we have been saying this for long, and people who have been with us for a long time, we never try to predict the market movements. Market has been very benign over the last 3 4 years, particularly in the small cap and micro cap space. So if you look at the last 4 years, even though on a index basis, when you look at Nifty or Sensex, it might not have given great returns. But outside the Nifty and Sensex, market has been very, very, very kind to us in terms of number of opportunities. And we have covered several of those opportunities in our Mission Smile webinars and also in our stock advisory services. So you would have seen how some of those stocks have done phenomenally well, not just in terms of price movement, but also in terms of the business trajectory. So we have been a very strong proponent of trying to dissociate ourselves from too much focusing on the macro or what is going in the global market and how it will impact. Because our view is very simple, that these macro events, even though they are very important and they do have a bearing on the market, it is very difficult to immediately or accurately predict how it will impact the market and with what intensity and for how long. So there are three variables, right? How it will impact, what intensity will be there, and for how long it will be impacted. If you keep figuring out all these on these things, you will never get a clear answer. But what you can get a clear answer is when you identify an individual business and try to understand whether this business can be looked at from a slightly longer term. And when I say slightly longer, I'm not talking about 5 year, 10 year view. Nobody has that kind of a crystal clear view on any business, not even the promoters of those business. But what we can say with a reasonable amount of confidence is how the next 2 years or 3 years or maybe next 8 quarters can be for the company. And when we get a clear visibility on that front and the valuation is in our control, as in we find the valuation attractive, I think we should focus more on investing in those businesses rather than trying to worry too much about the valuation. Having said that, I'm not trying to say that nothing is wrong in the market and the market will immediately become better in terms of stock prices rising. Market can take a breather, it can crash, it can do many things which we don't want to not just say, but also not want to think even. Because whether it will be a 3 month problem or a 6 month problem or a 1 year problem, nobody knows, right? But one thing is for sure, specifically after the COVID times, market has become a lot, how do I put it? Basically, not just in terms of demand in the terms of new investors coming into the market. Market has been very good in terms of supply as well. So many new businesses have come into the market, be it SME space or the main board space. And we have a lot of depth in the SME or small cap and micro cap space of the market, which we never had pre-COVID levels, in the pre-COVID times, right? So when that is the scenario, our focus should be to find out winners in those space and bet on them selectively. You can't bet on every company. You have to be very clear on to which companies you find interesting. So that is what our focus has always been. And another thing which I just wanted to say is that from time to time in this bull run from COVID times till now, what we have seen is that there has been a very good sectoral rotation. So if you would have observed carefully, straight into the COVID times, IT and pharma just took off. Then pharma took a breather. Chemicals have not performed over the last 2 years. Last 2 years have also been pretty average for financials. So, and then when it comes to themes like renewables and some new age companies, it has been very good. So market, it is a good time to probably look at sectoral rotations, something which can happen. So that is a crux of what is our view on the market today.